if we don't let our opinions be known, we let other opinions run the world.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
The purpose of social media is sharing, but is there such thing as sharing too much? I want to pause and remind you that we're sponsored by Spark. Spark is the ability to take data from here and put it there at the touch of a button. Spark4appraisers.com is where you learn more. Spark, F-O-R, appraisers.com. All right, folks, you know my story. I'm not a big fan of social media. I say probably because I'm not positive, who knows, but probably would not be on social media, at least on some level, if it was not for the business aspect. It's what got me on there in the beginning decade plus ago. It's what keeps me on there. I go for periods of time that I don't post anything on the personal side. And then I go for periods of time that I post a lot. And so I kind of waffle back and forth on it. I definitely see both the benefit and the drawback of social media. Just to state it and put it on the table, I mean, there's lots and lots in each of those columns, but the gist of it is this: social media brings people together. And I think that's a plus. On the negative side, social media brings people together. What I mean by that is for both good and ill, right? Bringing people together can bring out the good. You know, it's great to connect. It can bring out the bad when people are trying to keep up with the Joneses, only see our positive side. You know, we don't post that we had a fight with our wife this morning. We post that, look at me relaxing with an adult beverage by the pool, right? That's the type of post that we put out there. It can also be a sounding board for opinions, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today, but not just about social media and about you and I, but about business and about us as business owners, right? So the idea is, and the question on the table is this: do we want to be involved in social media to the extent that it affects our business? Now, let me clarify quickly. Again, this is a mini-sode. We're not going to go into depth here. This is something that we talk about in the All-Star team on a pretty regular basis, because it's, part of what we do. We're about marketing, right? We're about getting our name out there, about being known and being known as the expert. And one of the ways to do that, of course, is social media. But what happens when we cross that line between personal and business? Okay. I want to answer that question, I hope, on some level. But first, I want to pause and remind you that we're sponsored by a great program called Spark. Spark for Appraiser. Spark is the system that I use to bring my data from the MLS and the tax records directly into my report in a la mode. But you don't have to be an a la mode user. You could be ACI, you could be ClickForms, you could be a number of different form filling softwares, right? And they'll all work with Spark. Check it out by going to spark4appraisers.com and just look at some of their tutorial videos, folks. You'll be blown away. I don't say that lightly. You'll be blown away with what it can do. Spark4appraisers.com. Welcome back. My little golden doodle joined us during the break. Welcome, Copper. All right, we're talking today about social media. I know some of you are jumping on YouTube. I want to see Copper. Do you want to see Copper? Come here. Come on. There he is. Say hi. All right, we're talking today about social media, specifically, where is the line, and do you cross the line? And what prompted the mini-sode this morning was, there is an individual that I follow. He is an appraiser, and he's a high-profile appraiser. I shouldn't say high profile. He's amongst the appraisal community. He's high profile, right? I'm not sure what he's doing on his business side, with lenders and real estate agents and private work. But this is an individual that I respect. This is an individual that I think is doing great things in the appraisal world. And I follow him not just on the appraisal forums that he participates in, but I also follow him as a friend on Facebook. This guy is very, very vocal about his political positions. Okay. So on a daily, he's probably posting at least twice a day, specific, usually to do with different parties and different people that are running for president. And it's very clear his stance on things. Okay. Put that aside. Another individual that I know personally who has been in my mastermind group. Again, a friend. I respect this individual greatly. Spoke to this individual this morning on the phone for a while just to catch up. And I, again, follow him on social media. And I know he is doing some things out there to promote his business on Facebook and maybe Instagram. I'm not sure. But I've seen some of his posts on Facebook, basically drawing in and networking with like-minded individuals that could be potential clients, right? On his private side, so he's got his business page, right? His appraisal business page. And then on the private side, he's very, very vocal about his religious feelings and thoughts and beliefs. Again, I don't have any problem with the posts that either two of these individuals are making. I don't necessarily agree or disagree. That's not even the point. The point is they're very vocal about, on one side, political things, and on the other individual, very vocal about religion. These are the two topics you don't talk about in Thanksgiving, right? They say you can talk about everything but politics and religion, and there's probably a reason for that. Okay. On the other hand, I am a strong believer that if we don't let our opinions be known, we let other opinions run the world, if that makes sense. Okay. There's many agendas out there pushing certain things. And if we sit back and just let that happen, then those individuals who have certain beliefs are going to succeed in convincing many people that their beliefs are fine. And by the way, and I mean this in all seriousness, I'm not just giving verbiage to this. This is my firm belief. Okay. I am a strong believer in being very open to changing my mind. I am not afraid of new ideas. Someone comes to me and challenges something that I have deep set roots in, I'm very open to listening and to learning and to being curious about. Okay. That's not even the point today. My question on the table is, should we be actively promoting our opinions when it comes to politics and religion if we are also trying to build a base of business? And because it's a mini-sode, I'm going to cut straight to the chase and give you my opinion. Okay. And it's just Dustin Harris's opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Okay. Again, I want to make it very clear before I give you my opinion that I am a strong advocate of being politically involved. I'm a strong advocate. If you have a certain religious belief, then proselyte all you want, right? If you think it will be beneficial to other people to hear what you have to say when it comes to religion or politics, then more power to you. I would never discourage that. I would just say this, and here's my opinion. Just know that there are unintended consequences to everything that we do, okay? There is a potential that if you put a post out there on your private site and you have gained some type of a follower or a friend or a business associate through the business side of social media. So let me just state it plainly. You got your business side, and then let's say some of those clientele have decided to follow you on the private side. There's a potential that something you say could offend and could tell someone, you know what, I don't want to do business with this guy anymore. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. Again, I am not in any way, do not attack me. Oh, go ahead, attack me. I don't care. But don't misunderstand me. Attack me if you disagree, but please don't misunderstand. I am not saying that you should not say it. If you believe it, say it. Just know that it comes at a cost. And some of you are saying, well, Dustin, I'm proud of my religion. I don't care what cost it comes. Great. I'm not in any way discouraging that. Well, Dustin, I believe that Trump, you need to say something about, okay, fine. I don't care. I really don't. Fine, share your opinion. Just know that if you are on social media as in an individual that is trying to build your business, that it may and probably will have an effect on that. Thank you for joining me today, folks. It is always a privilege. It is always a pleasure. And let the continuation of the conversation happen on the All-Star team. Folks, we've got a private community of like-minded appraisers who don't share their religion and don't share their politics, at least for the most part. And we love them all. Join us, if you will, the appraisercoach.com. That is the address, the appraisercoach.com. Go create some value.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.